Assalamu alaikum, hello and welcome to CNBC Special. I am Adeel Shahid and today we'll be talking about a very special company, a very important brand name, a brand name that most of us have grown up with, a brand name which has actually become a vital part of our daily lives. We'll be talking about Pepsico. And before I introduce our guest today, I would like you to take a look at the operations and the achievements that Pepsico has had in this report. Pepsico started its operations in Pakistan in 1967. Since then, it has integrated itself as a vital part of the fabric of the Pakistani society.
Come on, Skipper!
From the longest period of time, Pepsico has associated itself with cricket, a game that embodies the Pakistani spirit. Linking its brand to songs like Hum Hai Pakistani and Dil Dil Pakistan, Pepsi truly became the identity of Pakistan. With one concentrate plant and 7 franchise bottlers around the country, the company indirectly employs 15,000 people. Pepsi, Mirinda, Aquafina, Mountain Dew, 7-Up, Sting and Slice. These brand names have become as familiar to us as water itself. In 2006, PepsiCo entered the food business in Pakistan with the launch of Lay's. These potato chips are the #1 potato chip brand in the country, capturing majority market share of the potato chip market in less than 5 years. Cheetos, Kurkure and Doritos have now managed to become our usual snacks. Apart from being a corporate giant in the country, PepsiCo has involved itself in a variety of humanitarian projects, as well as helping rebuild the areas affected by the 2010 floods. This landmark organization is also investing in the betterment of Pakistan. By reducing sodium in potato chips, they are promoting healthy eating. PepsiCo applies the principle of zero waste to landfill in their snacks plant in Lahore. Such efforts have led them to be the winners of the National Environmental Excellence Awards for the last 3 years. PepsiCo continues to find innovative ways to reduce the use of energy, water and packaging, and at the same time providing a great place to work at. The company takes pride in supporting numerous sports, education and healthcare projects, which demonstrates the promise of PepsiCo. Pepsi has been in Pakistan since time immemorial. And to talk about its operations and achievements in Pakistan, I have with me Umran Beba, the president of the Asia-Pacific region of PepsiCo. Assalamu alaikum and welcome to CNBC Pakistan.
Thank you.
And welcome to Pakistan as well.
Thank you very much.
Umran, if you start with Pakistan, your trip to Pakistan, how has the trip been so far?
I think every time I come here, I feel very energetic because there's a lot of young people around and you feel the vibrancy of the country. And also it is very much associated with our brands. Pepsi name especially represents youth. Our businesses are very much dealing with that energy. So I feel good.
So you're enjoying your trip,
Yes.
that's brilliant. Umran, you are the president of the Asia-Pacific region of PepsiCo, and if you speak from a woman's perspective, if you shed some light on your journey and what challenges you've had to face in order to get to this position.
I'm an industrial engineer with MBA, so I started feeling very close to marketing early in my education years, and then I started in Colgate-Palmolive. After that, I moved to PepsiCo 17 years ago, so it has been a long but also very fast journey, I should say. I am originally Turkish, started in Turkey in marketing, and then moved to the general manager position. And later I did some regional jobs. My first job was in the East Mediterranean zone, including Lebanon, Jordan, Syria, and Iraq from Turkey. And then I did Southeast Europe job. And recently, like 16 months ago, I moved to Asia Pacific, to Hong Kong. And Pakistan is one of my markets out of, let's say, 20 markets I have. So my triangle of geography is from Pakistan to Japan to New Zealand, Australia. Right. So it's a big geography. I think as a woman, of course, you take some decisions throughout your journey, and in that journey and decisions, I think the family support is very important. Right. It starts with your, let's say, parents, how they raise you, what are the opportunities they offer you, the education, the confidence, the trust. And then after you get married, the support of your husband becomes very important. Right. So I think the tough decisions are made as a family. That's and right. As a result, I think if you enjoy your job, you have the passion, you get to these points by taking some risk and by making some tough choices, but at the end, it's the passion, I think, driving.
That's brilliant. Umran, now if you talk about PepsiCo in Pakistan, PepsiCo, I think, came in Pakistan around in 1967. And your biggest competitor, Coca-Cola, the Coca-Cola company probably came a decade before you guys. And they had the first movers advantage. What actually worked for your company?
Definitely, we have a great business here, and every time I come here, I feel proud of our achievements, our partners and employees. We have both beverage and snack business in Pakistan, but of course the history of beverage business is really going back to the 1967, and after 1982 we became the leaders in this market with a lot of passionate efforts. Right. We have 7 franchise partners, and our business is really very important in terms of dealing with the franchise partners to achieve results. And if you look at today our brands, we have great brands like Pepsi, Mountain Dew, 7-Up, and these are definitely the leading brands beyond the competitive scene. So we are proud of that. On the snack side, we launched actually Lay's in 2006, and it is only like 5 years. But we have 2 brands today, Pepsi and Lay's, in the top 10 brands in Pakistan. So this is a big achievement, and as I said, this is the achievement of our employees, our partners, and I should say I am really proud.
Umran, if you go back again in time, I'm sorry I'm going to take you back again, but if you can shed some light on the fact as to how the operations of PepsiCo have actually evolved from 1967 to date, and if you can track the footprint of PepsiCo within the Pakistani market.
Now, in beverage business, we have a franchise model. In some markets, you will have company-owned operations, but from the beginning in Pakistan, we had our partners, very passionate partners actually, and the 7 partners today we are working with in different geographies, cover the whole country. Of course, in some places, you have more investments, in some other places, still developing. But I should say, in terms of the footprint, today we invested together in this market close to $1 billion, and that gives really you, I think, the scale of things in this market, our commitment, and we have to continue doing these investments. And because it's 180 million people, it's the 6th in the world, 70% of the population is young. So having all this investment and the leadership position in our categories, we should continue investing in this market.
Can you tell us a little bit more about the business model as to how much investment were you able to attract directly from PepsiCo when you started your beverages business here in Pakistan, and how much were you able to attract from the local traders to invest into franchises?
We have a concentrate plant here owned by us in Hattar. So that's a direct investment. And in terms of the franchise relationship, actually it is not as straightforward as you can imagine.
That's right.
We do a lot of joint investments. Of course, the manufacturing investments are mainly done by our partners. But in terms of marketplace investments, it's a joint investment. And in our business, as you can imagine, being in the market, in every available position, and also in a cold format is very critical. So
That's right.
Coolers is an important part of our investment also. And also brand investment is a big part of it. So if you look at the equation, I should say in this model, I think it will be like 70% the partners will invest and 30% most probably the company will invest. But at the end, it is an ongoing collaboration. I think that's the essence. And for our snacks business, from the beginning, we invested like $50 million. Wow. Yeah, that's actually a very new category for Pakistan, most probably. But today, I'm again happy to say that we have a leadership position in the potato chips. And how we make these happen is with local relevance. That's right. Because otherwise, a potato chip may not be relevant from day one.
How about the cultural? Was there a cultural challenge that you had to face? Because we're not really big on the snacking. There's not a very big snacking culture. We tend to stick to more of our savories when it comes to samosas and pakoras. I'm sure you must have had some as well since in your trip here. So we tend to stick to those more. So was it a challenge to break this cultural difference in the market?
I think our snacks business is very locally relevant, or has to be locally relevant. In beverages, you have more global concepts, global flavors. More and more, it's also getting locally relevant. Like the latest launch, we had sliced mango. Definitely, it's a relevant product. That's for. Right. But if you look at the colas, the lemon lime, they are more global and standard flavors. The food business has to be very locally relevant. In the beginning, of course, we start with consumer research and try to understand the habits. And today, all of our employees are local. So they understand what people eat, what people enjoy, and what are the routines. So based on that insight, we developed products like Lay's Masala, Lay's Chicken Achari, make it relevant, and also kurkure, which is really addressing the spicy attributes of the cuisine, which I cannot eat much, but but that's the way you start becoming part of the daily routine. Otherwise, yes, it will be irrelevant.
Right. Umran, we'll just take a short break here and we'll continue our conversation right from this point. We're actually speaking to Umran Beba, who's the president of the Asia Pacific region of Pepsico, and we're talking about PepsiCo's operations in Pakistan. And after the break, we'll discuss about the future strategies for our region. Keep watching CNBC Pakistan.